This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
It's time!
Can we not?
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Too soon? Too soon? Maybe not. Not at least when I look around my neighborhood. I swear to you, on Friday, it was all things Halloween. And by Monday, everything is Christmas already.
See, here's the thing. Okay, I think the timing is fairly normal. I think what's throwing it off for all of us in the GTA is the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Because the Blue Jays are known as the boys of summer, and they just wrapped up. And because we were so caught up in the Jays, Halloween, I just completely forgot / missed Halloween. I was kind of, after the Jays were done, I was kind of like, oh yeah, okay, Halloween time. I walk by a Spirit of Halloween and I see they're already boarding up. I'm like, oh right, that Halloween happened, is over.
Yeah.
And this is normally when Christmas kicks in. I think it just feels like we blazed past Halloween, so it feels too soon.
That's probably what it is. I was also just surprised because, Friday, I know we were on a weekend, but by Monday, even the decorations in my neighborhood are down. Now, there are some places where they're still up, and those need to probably come down.
It's a funny time because you might drive past one house and see a Santa and a reindeer, and then the neighbor still has a giant skeleton coming out of the ground. It's that weird crossover.
It's that weird time. And you were at the Dollarama, and I guess they already had Christmas stuff out, but now it's on full display.
Yeah, I rolled into Dollarama, and it was right when you walk in, a full wall of Christmas stuff, and I was like, oh, this is too soon. And I'm like, no, it's beginning of November.
Yeah.
This is right.
And we're already getting, everyone asking us, oh, when are you going to start playing Christmas music? We don't actually have the answer yet. We don't know. We know this much.
Yeah.
It will be after November 11th.
Right. Now they know, and by they, I mean the shot callers here at CHFI, they don't tell us anything because they rightfully don't trust us. We might let it slip if we know.
Is that what's going on?
I think so. I mean, you and I have both probably, for example, the nearly impossible question. It's happened a few times where we've just given away the answer. Last week in Can't Be Gurdeep, you just yelled. We all remember that.
Yeah, I gave the answer. You can't be Gurdeep. Okay, I can see why they don't trust us.
Yeah,
okay.
It's rightfully so. We ad lib a lot. Sometimes things slip out.
Look, and so as much as you might be like, okay, hold on, pump the brakes on Christmas, producer staff saw something on Halloween that was egregious.
I left here and I was taking some side streets home, and I see this big tarp being put up in front of this house, and there's all these people because it was kind of it was already damp that morning, and they were pulling out giant Christmas decorations, giant ornaments, giant nutcrackers, red velvet, and they were decorating this person's house on Halloween.
On Halloween.
I'm like, could you not wait till Monday?
That's
or even just till Saturday?
But maybe they didn't work on the weekend. So I was like, okay, maybe you're trying to get it done, but can you do it on Monday?
That's a weird. So people would roll up for trick-or-treating in this Halloween decoration?
It was
or this Christmas decoration?
Do you remember Eaton's when they had all their huge decorations? That's what they were putting outside their house.
First of all, give me the address because I want to go visit because that sounds fabulous. But also, could it be that they got a discount? Just like I got a discount to put my Christmas lights up early?
In July, you put yours up, yeah.
But wouldn't you still get the discount?
On Monday?
Today,
And
yesterday.
thirdly, why are you taking side streets home? Who are you trying to avoid, guy?
Oh, because it's faster.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Coming off of the World Series, there were all sorts of stories of people going to great lengths to get to go to a game. I mean, what a privilege it was to be there. But
spending to great lengths to go to a game.
And some people just saying worth it, totally worth it for these memories. If we win the World Series and I can say I was there, worth it.
I'm raising my hand on this, who spent an unreasonable amount of money to buy a nosebleed seat for Game 7, a completely irrational amount of money that I had moments where I'm like, am I really going to spend this on a ticket? But then I'm also like, how can I not go?
Right. Because then you'd kick yourself afterwards if you didn't.
Yeah. And I will say, despite the game not going the way we wanted it to, it was worth every penny. I have never attended a more tense sporting event in my life, and I don't think I ever will.
Yeah. And so, we had tickets, my husband and I, we had tickets, and we thought we were going to sell them because, you could sell them. But then we were like, oh, maybe we should just go. And then we had plans, and then we're like, oh, maybe we should just give them to our family because they really want to be there.
So nice.
So,
of you. I'm family.
Right. So my husband said, okay, you know what? I'm going to give this to my brother and my sister-in-law. And I was like, well, what about your niece? Because you already took your nephew to one of the games. I'm like, what about your niece? And he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's a great idea. And so he called his brother and he's like, yeah, this is for our niece. And, one of you. Like, you guys decide, you can battle
Flip
it
a
out.
coin, yeah.
Yes. And he was like thrilled. His brother was like, oh my gosh, this is great. I wanted to go to a game. He's been trying to go to a game this entire time, but how do you get tickets?
And how old's your niece, by the way?
She's 25.
And she's a sports fan.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, she was already on her way on a plane to go do something for work. So she was traveling, and so she couldn't go. So my husband just went ahead and texted her and said, hey, sorry, like I had these tickets. I gave them to your dad and your mom, but it was one of those tickets was meant for you. Hit send. 5 seconds later, phone rings. It's her. She's like, Polly Chacha, I'm on the plane right now, headed out for this like work trip. Are you serious? You're giving me the ticket to go to Game 7 of the World Series? And he's like, yeah, but you're not available. Like you're doing this work thing. She's like, I will get off the plane right now.
Oh, so the plane hadn't taken off.
No,
She's on the runway.
She's like literally on the runway in her seat.
What?
And she just sat on the plane and she's like, I will get off the plane right now. And he's like, what? She's like, stand by. So she hangs up the phone, texts her boss. She's like, this is what's going on. I have a chance to go to Game 7. What do you think? Her boss is like, go to the game.
No way.
Get off the plane. She's like, really? She's like, wait. It's not my call. I have to call my boss. So
the boss had to call their boss.
yes.
Oh
And
my
so there's
gosh.
all these like, texts going around. There's calls going around. She's just sitting in her seat like, what do I do? What do I do?
Also, can you even exit a plane once it's already?
The thought in her mind at that point was, I'm going to Game 7 at any cost. Anyway, she ends up getting the green light from her boss. She gets up, grabs her baggage from the overhead compartment, tells the staff that she's got to go. She's like, I got to go. I got to get off this plane. They're like, okay. So they get her off the plane. They're like, do you have a check bag? She's like, yep. They're like, you can't leave without your check bag. Grabbed her check bag. Luckily, everybody was still kind of in the boarding process. So I don't think she was holding anything up.
Wow.
But she grabbed her bag, got off the plane, and went to Game 7.
So she ended up at the game.
Yes. Her boss
is
in the end
insane.
was like, listen, this is going to be a life-changing experience for you. Just the memories alone. You can capture some content while you're there as well.
Put you to work.
Put you to work. And so that's what she did. They didn't end up winning, but I'm sure that this is the story that she's going to have for a lifetime.
That's crazy. That's like right out of a movie, like you'd see in a rom-com, but it's
Yeah.
like someone getting off the plane for love.
Yes.
This is for the love of the game.
And they let you leave, apparently.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is an unbelievable story.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Is it time to shake up how we attend weddings? Okay. Because, there's obviously been very traditional ways of doing weddings, and they're a tradition for a reason, and they've been passed down, and you just keep doing it the same way.
Now, what do you mean? You get divorced first and then
No.
what are we talking about here?
We're talking about when you go to a wedding, it usually goes like this. You go to the ceremony, and then after the ceremony, sometimes there's a break between the ceremony
Sometimes
and the
a
reception.
long, awkward break for photos, and you're just sitting around dilly-dallying.
Yes, and you get, some cocktails, maybe, some hors d'oeuvres, and then eventually you go into the reception, and then there's the speeches and dinner and etc. You know how it goes.
It's a long day.
It's a long day for the bride and groom and for your guests as well. This gentleman, he owns a wedding venue, so he sees hundreds of weddings every year. And he says he's seen the most successful, the funnest weddings when they're done this way.
Cocktail hour, dinner, ceremony, dancing.
Okay,
Cocktail hour, dinner, ceremony, dancing.
So instead of starting with the ceremony, he is suggesting, and he says, people don't want to sit through your ceremony because they're tired, they're hungry, all the things. First, you give them the cocktails, you get them all nice and lubricated. Then after that, you make sure you feed them. So now they're full, so that by the time they get to the ceremony, everybody's excited, they're hyped up, they're into the vows, they're screaming, they're like, it's a whole thing. They're so excited for you. And then you go right into the reception where there's the dancing and the speeches and all of that good stuff. How do you feel?
1,000%. Yes. I mean, I think I've talked about this before. Like, I've attended one wedding in my life that was like this. The rest have been the traditional setup, and been a lot of Indian weddings where the ceremony is so early in the morning. In fact, I just got a wedding invite, a beautiful card that showed up at my house yesterday for a wedding in April in Washington, D.C. And I looked at it, and right away I'm like, I'm not going to make this. because it's like Saturday morning, 9 a.m. is
Oh,
the
wow.
ceremony, and then it's the reception is that night. Like, why would you tire out the bride and groom and all the guests to the point where it feels like a marathon and you're just trying to make it to midnight to like stay energetic? No, stack it. I went to one wedding years ago. My brother's friend, shout out Owen and Sharon. They were not particularly religious. You showed up at the venue and it was a little cocktail hour, food, ceremony right on the dance floor.
Really?
Boom, right into the west. So you arrived at like 6 p.m. and then I had no problem taking it till 2 a.m. because like then your momentum just never waned. And I remember walking away from that wedding. We had so much fun going, this is the way to do it.
And that's what he's saying is to start it around 5, 6 o'clock cocktail hour and then
Yes.
do exactly what you just said. Now, here's the thing. Pictures kind of complicate things. That's sometimes why that break is so long is that, you're going to the ceremony and then you go and you do your pictures and then you've got that time.
Can you do the pictures another day?
Well, that's what he's suggesting. But also for people who are not for this, in the comments section, a lot of people saying, but you know what? I want there to be some surprise when, my husband-to-be sees me walking down the aisle in my outfit. I don't want to do all of this first. Like, so what? I can't come out till the ceremony, which is later on in the evening? So what, cocktail and dinner and all, I'm not there because I want to surprise him?
Okay, here's the compromise then. What if, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know how long it takes to get in the dress, whatever, but the bride's makeup's done and all that. She's in a different outfit for another nice outfit for like, because what female doesn't love an outfit change, right?
Wardrobe change is
Yeah,
fun.
so they're in a different outfit for the cocktail hour and the dinner, if you will, and then there's a little break, whatever, half an hour, however long it takes. She disappears into the bridal suite, then gets to make her grand entrance.
It's not a bad idea. I will tell you, with the Indian weddings, the ceremonies are sometimes 2 hours long. Like
Indian ceremonies are so long.
it's a lot. Okay, how about this?
5 calls? Decide it all.
You tell us, do you prefer the traditional wedding setup or perhaps this new practical idea? What do you think of it?
You know where I stand on it, but where do you stand on it, by the way?
I think I'm for the new idea.
Okay, all right. So, traditional or new practical? 5 calls decide it all. What do you think? Let's go to Rhonda and Etobicoke.
Okay, new age, and I was married 25 years ago, and we did our photos first, and then we had our ceremony at 5 o'clock, cocktails at 6, and dinner at 7.
Oh, so you were already doing this new practical a long
Ahead of
time
your
ago.
time.
100%, and it was amazing. Our guests were happy because they didn't have to leave the venue. One place, one shot.
Fantastic. Your vote's been counted. Thanks, Rhonda.
All right, thanks. You guys are great. Bye.
Bye.
Andrea from Pickering. So what do you think? Do you prefer the traditional wedding setup or this new practical idea?
Actually, I would say I just got married June, and I was a little bit more practical than the traditional.
Okay.
I had my ceremony started at 5, but everything happened at the same place. So the ceremony, 10 minutes. Cocktail hour was 45 minutes, and then we jumped right into the dinner.
Okay.
So it was a little bit of a mix. But I definitely didn't want to have the whole day of pictures. I just thought it was a bit too much. Yes.
We're going to put you down for New Age then, because that sounds like it fits the New Age criteria. So your vote's been counted, Andrea. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Margaret from Scarborough, what do you think? Traditional wedding schedule or New Age?
If I had to do it over, New Age. Mine was traditional. It was very long. Tea ceremony in the morning of the wedding. We didn't start the church until almost noon. And then, of course, we fit the picture session in the afternoon because we went to grab the sun.
Your poor feet. I'm exhausted for you.
Margaret, your vote has been counted for New Age. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Michelle from Toronto. So what do you think? Traditional wedding schedule or New Age wedding schedule?
New Age for sure.
Nice. Okay. Is that just because we've just been doing it wrong for so long?
You know what? It's so boring sometimes when you're sitting there. It's hard not to nod off. And then, like you said, you have that break, and it's like, I just don't want to go back.
Yeah, it's true.
Done.
I hate to say it, and I don't want to sound insensitive, especially being the single guy, the only one in the room who's never been married, but wedding ceremonies, they're boring. Like the actual ceremony, and I've attended various religions of weddings. They're all kind of boring.
For the guests.
For the guests, that's
Maybe
what I mean.
not so much for the couple.
I know, and that sounds rude. I know I'm going to get some texts, but they're kind of boring. I'm sorry.
I'm with you on that. I've never been married, so I'm with you. They're boring.
Yeah. Your vote's been counted. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye.
Eric from Toronto. So what do you think about the traditional wedding setup? You for that or maybe this new practical idea?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not for a wedding starting in the morning, but with this new setup, I got to imagine it's pretty tough to get all the hooligans to sit down and be respectful for vows after they're 8 drinks deep.
Good point.
So I could see that being a bit of an issue, but starting a wedding in the morning is unacceptable either way on my side.
So you're voting for?
The traditional starting in the afternoon.
Okay. Well, the traditional with a little tweak. Okay, we'll put you
Eric
down.
making up his own category in 5 calls decided all. I like it.
I mean, I've never been to a wedding that started in the morning anyway, so maybe that's the missing piece that I have.
Okay. All right. Hey, your vote's been counted. We've got you down for traditional. Eric, thanks for the call.
Have a good day.
So pretty decisive in the end, 4-1, opting for the new age schedule.
You just got to not invite the hooligans to the wedding and you'll be fine.
Yeah, water down the drinks at the open bar until the D floor opens.
Yes.
How about that?
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
the Daily Double.
With Pooja and Gurdeep.
The Daily Dubs, we got 2 stories you need to know. Pooj, what you got?
I know you love playing these games, so if you had to guess how many people tuned in to watch Game 7 of the World Series in Canada, what would you guess? What would the number be?
Okay, so it's 41 million Canadians. I'm going to say like half.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Oh.
We have about 40 million Canadians and nearly half tuned in. Over 18.5 million Canadians, nearly 45% of the country's population watched some or all of Game 7. Game 7 was the most watched Rogers broadcast ever. It also stands as the most watched English language broadcast on record in Canada besides the 2010 Winter Olympics. So when we talk about people being invested in this team, you know, you weren't the only ones, right? We know that we were united as a country, but everyone was taking the time out of their day to get behind this team.
And I don't want to go through the history again because we've played up. Just can you imagine? We had won it. We had walked it off. Just all the videos would be coming out of bars and small towns and communities and town squares erupting with the World Series win. It's not fair. We deserved it.
No, now we just turn our attention to other sports.
Okay.
My husband remembered he was part of a fantasy football team yesterday,
there you go,
which was
yes.
great. And then also the Leafs beat the Penguins last night.
They did. We returned our attention to other shows as well, perhaps like Stranger Things. So we can all agree that Millie Bobby Brown is the biggest star to come out of Stranger Things, right?
Yes.
In fact, an argument can be made that she is the biggest star to ever come out of Netflix? Question mark? Possibly, right? That one maybe is up for debate, but she's certainly in the conversation. She's just 21. She has her own cosmetics and fashion brand. She has a reported net worth of over $14 million, according to Google. Well, if you're a fan of Stranger Things, this story may shock you. It certainly surprised me. Millie Bobby Brown has filed a lengthy complaint against her on-screen papa, David Harbour, ahead of the 5th and final season. This according to the Daily Mail. Her complaint was said to have pages and pages of accusations against David Harbour, who plays her sort of foster dad on the show. She reportedly filed a harassment and bullying claim before the start of shooting season 5, which led to a months-long investigation, the outcome of which we don't know yet. This will probably come out at some point. Netflix, the show creators, the Duffer Brothers, and the reps for Millie and David Harbour have stayed quiet on this for now, so they're not saying anything.
Is this before or after the last season was shot?
After the last season, but before this season. So apparently they each had like reps on set with them to sort of, I guess, keep them apart when they weren't filming scenes together.
Ooh, this is going to be a tough one to watch, knowing that.
Yeah. The first 4 episodes, by the way, of the 5th and final season of Stranger Things, much anticipated, are going to be released November 26th. So just a few weeks from now. I'll be watching.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I guess the question is, where are you in the stages after the loss?
Of grief.
Yeah. Are you, because like, you know, there's anger, there's sadness.
Yeah.
There's like, sometimes you come to a place where you're at peace and then there's hope renewed.
Yeah. I would say I'm in the sadness. I don't know where it is along the if it goes in order, but I'm still in sadness, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know it sounds dramatic for the non-sports fan to be like mourning like a death. Like that is kind of what it feels like psychologically, right? Like I was at the game, sitting up in the nosebleeds, and like it ended, and I just sat there dejected, staring into nothing with that 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
And then once they started to do the on-field like present, I'm like, I don't want to stick around for this. I don't want to stick around and watch the trophy come out. So I got up and I left and I went home. And I don't know. Like that night, obviously didn't really watch the highlights or anything. I kind of just went to bed feeling okay. But then it really hit me yesterday. Like yesterday just felt like really deeply sad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think you're alone in that. And I think there's, it's because we came so close. And I think because we followed all the storylines, we were united as a country. We love all the players. We know how hard they worked. It's not one of those situations where you're like, oh, well, they didn't leave it all out there. They, they did game after game after game. Sure, there were mistakes. Sure, there were things that we could have done better. Absolutely. But, that's baseball.
No, you're so right. You're right. That absolutely is baseball. And like this team, you're so likable. You bring up a really good point because that hasn't been the case with every team in this city always. But this team was just so likable. And baseball, that's baseball. Baseball's a game of like 1,000 little what ifs, right? Yeah. Like all these little what ifs. Like this is the thing that keeps me up at night, right? Like Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who was the one who came home and was out by just like a hair where the catcher's foot came off. Yeah. Like he didn't take much of a leadoff third base. If he takes 2 more steps of a leadoff, he's safe and we win the World Series. That lodged ball in Game 6, if the Dodgers go and play it, or
not
if
the lodged ball,
or if the ump calls it another way and says no, you have to play that. Like we win the World Series. That Ernie Clement in the 9th in Game 7 when he hits the ball to the outfield and the 2 Dodgers collide, but the one guy makes the outstanding catch. Kudos to him. Like a lot of times players drop that when you collide. If that drops, we win the World Series. And I could go on and on and on. But
and we had it. We had that game.
Yeah.
And then we didn't. Right?
Yeah. And listen, I don't want to be woe is me because all these little what ifs did go the Jays' way to get them to the World Series in the first place, for the regular season to go away, for us to beat the Mariners, for us to beat. We had a lot of what ifs go our way. It's just in Game 6 and 7. All the little crucial what ifs happened to break the Dodgers.
I got to say that, I'm also sad, but I was starting to feel better because I was reading a lot of posts over the weekend. And it was a lot of people saying things like, can we have a parade anyway? Like, we don't need a trophy. That's not the reason to do the parade. The parade is for all the love that we felt in this country, for uniting the country, for the love for the players. Let's just show them some love because we know how badly they wanted it, right? They wanted it just as badly as we did. And then, people saying like, I'm devastated, but at the same time, I'm still so proud. I'm so proud of what we did. Yeah. And those things made me feel better.
I'm torn on that one because I feel you in terms of the love, and I feel like we all deserve a parade. Here's why I don't think we should ever do that. Do you remember when Mel Aspin called in the Army for the snow and how we
never lived it down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this would be. We'd be the loser city that had a parade even though they lost. And we would never live that down. We would get torched in every other market.
This is true.
We cannot have a loser parade. I'm sorry. And I'm not calling the team losers. They're not. But we can't do a loser parade.
We are too good for a loser parade is what you're saying.
We can't do it.
Okay. If there is something that is making you feel better about the Jays' loss, I think we're not the only ones who want to hear it.
Yeah, no. For me, it was laundry and cleaning and just keeping myself. So my condo is so clean.
Yours
That's
was
all
denial.
I did yesterday.
Yeah, keeping yourself occupied so you don't have to actually deal with what's happening.
Okay, so I'm not in sadness. I'm in denial. There we go.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
You moved a city's pride and a nation's heartbeat. You played for each other and for 40 million people. You made us all dream that, yes, we can. You made it so far and so close. You showed the world, and we are beyond proud.
The sun is gonna rise.
I think that captures the sentiment that's put out by Rogers there. And we're wondering what's making you feel better after the Jays' tough, thinnest of margins, Game 7 loss.
It's tough. We get it. A lot of you are saying, I don't feel better. There's really nothing you can say.
Might take time.
Yeah, it may just take time. Anita in Toronto, what are you doing to feel better about the Jays' loss?
I'm having a nice cap from Tim Hortons made with milk and a gluten-free chocolate chip cookie.
And that's all it takes, huh?
That's all it takes. Just a little something sweet, even though I'm diabetic as well.
Okay, now...
I don't care.
Anita, I'm feeling really sad. So, like, exactly how many chocolate chip cookies do I need to eat?
You need to eat at least 5.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Yep, that's the way to make everything better.
Absolutely. Chocolate chip cookies and ice caps make everything better. That's all you need.
It's like the old saying, a chocolate chip cookie a day keeps the doctor away. No, that can't be right.
No, that's not right.
No.
But the calories don't count when you're sad. That's just the way it is.
Exactly. If you're doing it to feel better, then they don't count.
Mm-hmm. Anita, thank you so much for the call.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. What's making you feel better after the Jays Game 7 loss? I love this text coming in to us. This is from Mrs. McLennan at Sir William Stevenson Public School in Whitby. She says, as a teacher at my school, I rallied the staff together to all wear our Blue Jays gear and colors today.
Oh, today?
We want our students to know and see firsthand that we value hard work, heart, and perseverance.
You know what? This brings up a good point. And thank you for all your texts. We're going to get to many more of them because there's so many of them coming in of how you're feeling better after the Jays loss. But I think that this actually proves the point of when you talk to kids, especially who, for them, this is going to be a core memory for them going through this playoff run. When you teach them about sports and what matters and what's important, this team was the best example of that, right? Of what you do as a team together. So I think like for children who are watching, this has been a fantastic story, even though we didn't win, because that's not always what's most important.
I'm 42, and this is a core memory for me and a teachable moment for me as well in terms of teamwork.
Lisa from Oshawa, what is making you feel better?
What makes me feel better is everyone was predicting we didn't stand a chance. And, okay, we didn't win, but man, we put up a good fight, and that's what makes me feel good.
There were also a lot of Dodger fans who were saying the same thing, saying that we were the better team.
Absolutely. We had a better dugout.
Yeah, listen, I'm with you. I know there's no moral victories in sports, but there is something to that. I mean, I'm trying to distract myself with other things, but maybe the key is just focusing on how good we were in that series. Lisa, thank you so much for the call.
No problem. Thank you.
Lots of texts at 981-981. You're all sharing what is making you feel better after the Jays loss. And maybe it's not really anything, but we are trying to focus on the positive. Tracy from Whitby writing, the 50-50 Blue Jays Care Foundation draw in which Canadians donated $50 million in the past 13 days. $25 million goes to one lucky soul, but $25 million goes to the soul of Canada and their youth and development of young players in unprivileged situations. That's what gets me through this heartache. Good point.
Very good point,
Good reminder.
Tracy. By the way, Joe Carter is going to be calling someone who's winning $25 million in just a couple hours. This text coming in saying, being grateful for the season the Jays had and to be healthy and alive to witness this season.
All right. Also, Rosa from Mississauga saying, baking away, refueling the soul, stuffing my face, and then starting the cycle again. At some point, I'll have to make it into the gym, but right now, baking is soothing my soul.
And texting it at 981-981 saying, I made a greasy post-heartache breakfast. Love a greasy breakfast.
Oh, yum.
And followed it up with sloppy joes for dinner. You doubled down. Comfort food to help comfort the soul. I know how your kids like them extra sloppy.
Okay, also getting a text here from Diana in Brampton who says, the way I see it, the Jays played phenomenal baseball during the World Series. And even though the loss is heartbreaking, they started the season in last place, and the magic of this team brought them to the World Series. I am so proud of the game they played, and I'm looking forward to what next year brings.
Here. If I had a glass in my hand, I would raise it and toast to Diane's text. Let's squeeze in one more here. This is Cam from Newmarket, and Cam says, what makes me feel better is talking about the loss with family and friends and knowing that I'm not the only one. This show this morning is exactly what my baseball soul needed this morning.
Okay. Yeah, talking about it helps. I have to also say that on the text line, this is not what we asked you, but a lot of you talking about the parade that is no longer happening, but that maybe we should have one anyway. And you were saying we can't do that. We definitely don't want to be the people who are having a loser parade.
I love the spirit of it, but we will be ridiculed forever. This will be the Mel Lastman calling in the army for the snow, which we still talk about 25 years ago. People will ridicule us all over North America for having a loser parade. You can't do it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. There's enough people on the text line at 981-981 saying, let's do the parade anyway because we got a lot to celebrate. And someone even saying, I think you should do a 5 calls decide it all on this one. I don't know.
Okay, we'll discuss it. Maybe we do that tomorrow if there's enough interest, but I don't know.
Or we just move on.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
So I don't know about you, but in the lead up in this World Series and then continuing on until the loss, my algorithms on my Instagram has only been feeding me all Jays content all the time. Every storyline you can think of, every deep dive, I've watched it. And my algorithm knows that that's what I'm sharing and that's what I like. So come Sunday morning, the last thing I wanted to do was open my Instagram and just see anything, highlights, anything about like crying, tears, I didn't want to see any of it. I just wanted to like tune it out. So I was like, you know what I got to do?
Delete Instagram.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't go that far. I'm like, I'm gonna crack the algorithm by just consuming content that I don't normally consume.
So your solution was to spend more time on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is what they want you to do, which is why the
Right.
algorithm will work for you. So immediately I started seeing recipes, started sending them to all family members. Then I was like, oh, get ready with me videos. Okay, let me
Were they
take
like
this.
good recipes your family would enjoy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent relationship advice to my husband. I was like, let me copy that link. I saved a bunch of
He's like,
things.
thanks, honey.
Yeah. He's like, what are you doing? I saved a bunch of things, like just, get ready with me, makeup tutorial type of things. I tried to consume everything but the Jays so that my algorithm would reset.
Sure. Okay.
And start to send me other things. And it felt really good. And guess what? When I go to my For You page right now.
Open up your Instagram right now. Let's see.
You want to see? Okay.
Yeah.
Because what does yours look like when you open up yours?
All right, we'll do this together. Okay, so opening Instagram, go to the little search magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. What do you see?
Makeup, a few scantily clad women.
A lot of get ready with me
Okay,
stuff.
yeah, a
There's
lot
some
of dresses.
recipes.
There's no Jay's content.
What about you? What do you got?
There you go.
Oh my gosh. All I see is a bunch of Jay's logos.
Jay's logos? What else?
And also some scantily clad women.
Yep. That sounds about right.
And some games. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so don't you think this is something that we all need to do? We need to cleanse the palate. I love the team. I've heard all the stories. I think it's time to move on. This is the way to start it.
Okay.
Start the process.
And just hear me out. Instead of spending more time on Instagram to trick your algorithms, just deactivate the app for a couple of days.
I mean, come on. I'm still human.
Okay, you're trying to be realistic. Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Will you try this?
Sorry, I'm a little distracted with my For You
I
page.
know.
What are we talking about again?
Can you try this and start sending me stuff that you wouldn't normally send me, and then let's see what happens?
Okay, then you're going to get all the junk I'm sending you.
Okay, can't wait.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
the Daily Double.
With Pooja and Gurdeep.
We have 2 stories you need to know. What do you have, Gurdeep?
Okay, this will be the last time I promise that I do this whole revisionist history thing, but I got to do it because it's the day after. If you had told me before the World Series started that the Jays would be the better team than the Dodgers offensively, defensively, would have 22 more hits in the series than the Dodgers, would have more runs scored than the Dodgers, that the Jays would commit 0 errors to the Dodgers' 3 errors, I would have said, great, we've won the World Series, and probably in about 5 or 6 games. For it to go this way, there were about a dozen little what-ifs, and baseball's a game made up of 1,000 what-ifs.
Mm-hmm.
About a dozen little what-ifs over Game 6 and 7 that even if one of them goes our way, we are sitting here and talking about the Jays as World Series champs. That is sports, and this is Ernie Clement, and it just breaks your heart after the game.
Obviously just wasn't our night here, but I feel for those guys so much. I had a chance to win it there in the 9th and didn't get it done, but I want that one back too. Just like those guys, I'm sure want those pitchers back. I can't emphasize it enough. Those guys busted their tails all year, came through in big moments. Just wasn't our night. We gave it everything we had, and when you fall short, but you can say that you left it all out there. There's something to be proud of there.
I just want to give him a hug, man. He's crying in that
His
clip. Poor
voice
guy.
is breaking up. There's sad music. Yeah.
What do you got, Pooch?
Okay, I'm going to change the topic.
Good
How
idea.
about that?
Yeah.
So there's a British Vogue article that a lot of people are talking about. It has to do with being single as a Pringle.
What is what?
Which makes no sense because Pringles come, there's lots of
And
them.
they're all
Anyway.
spooning each other in that
Yeah.
little tennis ball tin.
It's a saying. Have you noticed that many people who are in relationships are posting less and less with their significant others?
What? I'm not noticing that.
This is the deep dive that this article has done. Apparently now it's become a trend to not be so boyfriend or girlfriend obsessed. And it seems that being single is now considered a flex.
Oh,
So-
finally, things have turned my way.
Finally, when it comes to relationship status, it leans more like single or it's complicated. That's sort of the trend now versus coupled up and all that other stuff.
Okay.
There's a shift in a romantic relationship being the ultimate status symbol. They say platonic connections, family, career, hobbies, hitting financial milestones are now in the mix. And therefore, being single doesn't make you incomplete. So a lot of people writing and saying, thank you, British Vogue, for making all the girlies that have been single their entire lives feel very powerful right now. A well-deserved win for us. Someone else wrote, British Vogue is coming out and declaring that having a boyfriend is embarrassing. What a time to be alive, single ladies.
It's gone that far?
And someone else wrote, the real flex isn't being single or taken. It's being secure either way.
Oh, wow. See, I was doing the single thing because I thought it was hipster, but now that being single is cool. I'm going to do the hipster thing and get into a relationship.
Let's get married.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
How are you feeling after that loss in the World Series? I think if anybody can make it better, it's 10-year-old Xavier, our junior reporter. Let's call him.
Oh.
Hey, Xavier. How's it going, buddy?
It's going okay.
Aw.
Yeah, I hear it in your voice. Look, this is not the conversation we were hoping to have with you this morning. I was hoping we'd all be screaming. None of us would have a voice. Look, that was a tough one on Friday and Saturday. How you feeling this morning, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still feeling sad to see the Jays came so close from winning it all, and they didn't. I woke up yesterday and I was hoping this was like a bad dream or something, and it wasn't. And later that day, I tried to turn on Sportsnet and the highlights were on, and I just couldn't watch it. It's just, I had to turn on the TV. It's just still really sad for me.
Yeah. I mean, that's how a lot of us are feeling, Xavier. And the Jays didn't win, but I'm sure you have so many memories from this World Series. What's the best memory that you're going to take with you?
Yeah, there's a lot of great memories that I've had from the World Series. For example, the Bichette's 3-run home run, Barger's grand slam, Springer's 3-run home run, Guerrero's amazing defensive and offensive plays. But the best of all was probably just watching the games with my family. It's a memory I'll never forget.
Aww.
Oh, that's real core memory. I'm sure your family is feeling the exact same way as you on that one. So is there a player that really stood out for you in this playoff run that you're like, man, that guy really is my new favorite Jay?
Yeah, I'd probably say Bo Bichette. And that's because he was never 100% for us. And when everything was on the line in Game 7 of the World Series, he delivered. He gave us a 3-run home run. And even though we didn't win that game, if I had a chance to meet him, I'd just say thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. If you had to say something to the team today and they could hear you, what would that be? What would your message be?
I would just say I would say thank you for two reasons. Number one is that you showed us what an actual team looks like. And they showed us what an actual team looks like. They showed us why they love playing with each other. They were like brothers. And number two is that they showed us what resilience is. Whenever they had pressure on their shoulders, they took it and they won the game. Just for that reason, I just say thank you.
Yeah, I felt like they were never out of it. I'm sure the Jays would be pumped up to hear you. Xavier, you've become something of a Toronto radio star over these last months as well. So be honest, what's been more fun? Seeing the Blue Jays, seeing your Blue Jays make the World Series, or, being on the radio with us?
Can't I say both? Not many 10-year-olds can say they're watching their favorite MLB team in the World Series and then reporting it on the radio. So for that, I just want to say thank you guys for this opportunity.
Oh, that is so wonderful. And we love having you. A lot of people ask us about you, Xavier. So we're glad that you joined us for this. Look, it's over for the Jays, but now you got all this free time. Like, maybe you want to be our junior reporter for the Raptors and the Leafs.
Well, it's time to get excited about the NBA until season. Go Leafs, go, and let's go Raptors.
Let's do it, baby. Xavier, you're so well-spoken. You're such a smart young man. And when Pooja and I finally leave these chairs in about 45 years, this show is yours. Just find yourself a nice female co-host who treats you well. Thanks, buddy. Have a great day at school.
Okay, you too.
Thanks for everything, Xavier, and we hope we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right, bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.